rally.
Wow.
Minnesota's a big one, Wisconsin.
No.
This is Jeffrey's campground, Hog Heaven. I'm over here looking for him. I haven't seen him all day. We missed each other. Supposed to go leave tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll find him or not. So I'll sit around here for a while.
Well,
a good band tonight.
Still trying to fix things. I'll remind you, we will be here tomorrow night also, so come back on out.
It's a nice campground.
We'll be here till 1 o'clock tonight. Same for tomorrow night.
He shouts, she's so rude like a jellyfish. I gotta like it. Crazy little thing called love. There goes my baby. She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She get a hot cold leaf. She leaves me in a cuckoo sweat. I've got to be cool, relax, get here, get on my tracks, take a back seat, we'll see no ride on the motorbike until I'm ready. Crazy little thing I love. Got to be cool, relax, get here, get on my tracks, take a back seat, inside. We'll take a little ride on my motorbike until I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I'm almost get right. Crazy little thing I love. Crazy little thing I love.
We're going through Montana right now. And Jeffrey's up ahead. I just wanted to take a stop. Show you the kind of country we're going through. There's nothing here but this road. We're going through an Indian reservation, and we're heading toward where Custer got killed. This is a gas stop along the road for Jeffrey, putting in his extra gallon. And about 30 miles up the road, we'll come to a gas station. He's oiling his chain right now. We're in the middle of nothing in Montana. Miles and miles of road. Someday he'll be rich enough to have a real motorcycle, a man's motorcycle. I'm on the second 2-hour tape. First eating stop in Montana. Flip the map over, you can see it. Oh, of course, well, you don't need it because this will show you where we're going. There goes Jeffrey. Now I gotta catch him. Where have you been?
Can't hear you.
Where have you been?
I had to get my lunch.
You had a what? Oh, threw up?
No, I went. Man, I had to go.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's some. I don't think it's gonna rain.
No, I don't think it's gonna rain. I
Yeah,
know.
we're just like squeaking through. This my shield is so damn scratched up. I wish they could have better. Ooh, scary. Put on the rain gear. Take off the rain gear. We're at Custer's battlefield now, at the visitor center.
Program for the day. So as you visit, we will be open for 2 more hours. If you want to take the drive to the Reno Benteen site, it's a 5-mile road that extends that way, and then you have to come back to 5 miles this way again. Make sure that you leave before 7:15 when we start to close the road down. Then you have until 8 o'clock to get back over here again. So the trails at the Reno site are open, so the Blue area hasn't really changed. It's wide open country. Back then it was buffalo country. There were no settlements or forts within about 300-400 miles of this location. And that afternoon, we would have seen, of course, think of that open land as short grass prairie, like you see in front of you here. These are native grasses, some sagebrush and yucca and other plants like that, which are typical. It got late afternoon, they were looking for a camp area, and they stopped in those regions right across the river from us. Now, this was not one permanent Indian village, like the whole Sioux Nation under Head Chief Sitting Bull moving together over a long period of time. It was a very informal, and for some of them, a very short lived gathering as they were moving into this area. Some of them had been together for weeks and months, going back into the winter, but most of them had only been together for a few days. The first ones that came in that afternoon were not Sioux people, they were Northern Cheyenne, and they stopped, several hundred of them, close to that line of timber that cuts across the valley bottom over there. And they set up their camp circle, their horses grazing near them, and over several hours behind them came Teton Dakotas, the western third of the Sioux people. They talk about killing the man with the long flowing blonde hair, but of course he did not have long flowing blonde hair. I doubt he was determined at all by the warriors during the fighting. And then
It was known of their casualties. Probably less than 100 were killed, and the dead were removed by their families immediately after the battle. Only the Sioux and Cheyenne words tell us what happened to the 200 soldiers killed in the fight. Some Indian accounts say that Custer and his men may have tried to cross the river 1.5 miles to your left. Angry warriors, led by Dahl, raced across the river and forced the troops back to the ridges. Having lost the initiative, the soldiers found themselves in rough terrain, unsuitable for mounted action. The company seems to have made individual stands, fighting on foot against the waves of Indians that rolled in from every direction. The warriors did not need to expose themselves to the troopers' fire. Dismounted, they moved from Sage.
We're in Billings, Montana, Muzzleloader Cafe, Powderhorn Bar, having something to eat. So we're going into the Powderhorn Lounge. I see they have nickel kino over here. You can play that. White, you don't have to zoom it. Always can have it on wide angle.
I'm trying to go with
But
this
anyhow,
one.
we can play nickel kino, make some money. Can't do very much.
See, that guy's been in aim like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
You always keep your finger out.
It's proper.
Turn around. Woohoo! Morning. It's rise and shine time. 6:30. Jeff Flesnaw loading the rat bike. Now look at this. Look how filthy this bike is. And over here, a beautiful, clean one.
Oh, you could have at least dried my seat off while I was in the shower.
Tell me something. Did you wash your socks? What was that you said last night? About Why? You couldn't understand why they stunk?
I understand the boots.
Well, how many days did you wear them?
About 2 days.
2 days? Well, that's not too bad. It was horrible. I think you set your tent up tomorrow. I don't think I can stand it. I'm up the road. We're on Highway 191. And we have about 200 miles to go to get to Glacier National Park. I'm waiting for Jeffrey to come by. That's to where we're gonna head, up to those mountains up that way. Beautiful country. There's a deer over there. I'm looking into the sun. But there he is. Looking right at us. Jeffrey, I think you can catch that deer. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, there he goes. Is it? It's like an antelope or something. We're gonna take our panoramic picture right here. Just left Great Falls about a half hour ago, and Jeffrey dodged off the road onto the onto the business part of I-15. I couldn't get back to him, so I can't find him now. So I'm heading up to Glacier by myself. See this storm here? I just rode through it. It passed over now. It was scary. And it's still raining right over there. Starting to clear a little bit. And this is the way I'm going. So I got a little hole to shoot through right over there. And that's where I'm going. About 100 miles more and I'll be at the park. I'm going to assume that I'll find him over there at the visitor center. So I'll let you know. That's my first view of the Rocky Mountains. I got in some more rain, but not too much. Still no Jeffrey. About 20 miles from the Glacier Park right now. I just saw Jeffrey and I let him go ahead as I'm taking this picture. Scenery's really getting fantastic. It isn't clear. I don't know why it's not working right. Let me focus it by hand here. There. That's the road he went up. This is the visitor center for the park. Go in there and put on some warm clothes. This is just the entrance. Go in there tomorrow. Fantastically beautiful. She can see where you're talking to her from. Now she can see you as you're speaking.
So you can see where this phone call was taking place.
Now I'm going to pan out to the mountains right now.
There he goes, he's panning out.
I'm panning out. You'll be able to see it. Okay, there we are. Okay, I'm going to go set up the tent. Alright. We're in our campground here at St. Mary's, right by the Glacier Park entrance. And I'm just showing you how it looks here in the evening. We just set our tent up. Look at the clouds over those mountains. In the morning, hopefully it'll be sunny and we'll take another picture and see what it looks like. Very beautiful, very beautiful. This is our campsite in by Glacier Park. And it's totally cloudy. We won't be able to see the park today unless that sun comes out.
Where are you from?
This is what we're seeing this morning, just clouds, and we think there's mountains over in that area, but we're not sure.
Ready?
Go ahead, I'll meet you at the entrance there. I'll meet you at the restaurant, the park restaurant. This is near our campground. This is where we've been eating. Jefferson are having breakfast right now. This stream is about a half-mile from our campground. Jeffrey's getting dressed. We're going to try to go over to the mini glacier about 12 miles from here. Maybe we can see it or see something.
It's slippery over there in the park.
Is it? In the mud. Where have you been anyhow?
Waiting for you?
Well, hell, you were gone about a half hour.
Yeah, you're trying to start arguing for the video.
Now you have to talk and be funny and stuff.
Slipped down in those puddles, but no.
Oh,
You would have been down. I caught it with my leg.
oh boy, I'd be down. I slipped a little coming out.
Twice.
We're going to give a tour of your bike after 3,000 miles on the road.
Nah, only 2,400.
Let's take a look at it close.
It's been good weather.
Never saw it so dirty. Yeah, it was about that bad when we came up in Michigan and borrowed it.
I don't think it'll ever be the same.
It doesn't seem like it. I decided to stick with that bike I got. Mine stays a little nicer. That's a good looking one there. We're in the park now and we're heading up to mini glaciers. This is our first view as we just entered the park. These are those same mountains, but I'm closer up to them now. Wish the clouds weren't there. Hey! The hotel across the lake there.
Sir, you know what time it is, please? What time you got?
This is Jeffrey without a helmet. He's putting on a cloth, so I want to show you how a Harley dude puts on his headpiece. He knows how to do it.
No, it'll be up
Because I was explaining to him. He says, I know how to do it. Okay, that's right. Whatever you want in the front.
It'll be upside down. I don't know if you're comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Whatever you want in the front.
You can't understand. You don't listen.
No, let me look. Wait, let me see.
You don't understand.
Yeah, I understand. Let me wait. Okay, I'll look. Just a minute. I'm turning this off.
Yeah.
Oh, you look cool. This is how you do it. I gave him instructions.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, then you grab the ears on either side and tie it behind. Nothing to it.
This is to keep my head warm.
Hard to get their sun right there. This is the best. It looks good.
You do it. Do it for me.
Looks good.
Tail's a little tight up in there.
You know, you just let it dangle down. Well, it looks good. That's the way you're supposed to look.
Keep my head warm, so you lose a lot of heat.
I look good. Well, show them how I look, because I got a helmet on.
How do you want me to do this?
Well, I'll hand you the camera.
I'll look like you.
Right here, wait.
I'm not going to take this off and have you put it on.
Okay, you getting all the damn pictures. This is what a Sportster driver looks when it's 30 degrees, going through the rain, going through the fog. No helmet, no windshield. He's got... How do you feel?
Comfortable.
Comfortable, really? Is it brisk?
No.
Okay, now over here we're at the town of Waterton in Alberta, Canada, and this is the national park here. It's supposed to be a very picturesque town. We're just coming into it. Appears to be a castle up there on the hill. So wish the sun was out.
Better be out tomorrow.
I'm gonna go up, zoom in on that castle. This waterfall is just outside of the little town, which we haven't got to yet. We'll go up there in a minute. This looks like the downtown section here of Waterton. Right on the water. Take a picture of that later. That's probably where we're gonna go.
Saw the red light.
Here. You could have the helmet. Poor boy. Say thank you.
Thanks.
Let's go. Here's that hotel we saw from the distance. We're up close to it now. And here's the view from the hotel. That's the town over there, Waterton. Sun's peeping out over there, but nowhere else. We have to go across the mountain now. back into the United States, and 1.5 inches of rain is expected tonight. So less snow luck is in full force. Holy mackerel, that scared me.
Sun's coming.
Guess I better take pictures. I was saving it for the Sun Road, but
I don't think you're gonna see any. Well, who knows? If we go across, we might luck out. We're in the main part of the park going to the Sun Road, and we're hoping to find sun across the divide. It's not too bad right now. There's a tunnel up ahead, and notice the fog on the left and the mountains on the right, and that's the way it's along the whole way. Just a tunnel of fog we're going. It's really neat. That's Jeffrey just went. We're way up on the edge of a cliff. We just crossed the Continental Divide, and the weather has changed now. Now there's the clouds, and it's looking back east. There's right there you see snow. There's a snow on the mountain, Glacier. Now we're looking west. It's our first glimpse of sunshine.
sun was here the whole time.
Yeah, all day, and we're riding around in the rain, and the sun's right over here.
The other side of that mountain.
That waterfall over there is 492 feet high. The mountains are so huge, and we're so close, you can't get them on film. You can't possibly experience it, how it actually looks, unless you were here. This water's coming from those melting glaciers. Yeah, you can't hardly tell.
Let's go!
Okay, okay, god damn it. You like to look at the pictures, don't you?
Not for 4 hours.
Yeah. We're on the east side of Glacier Park. We're camped. It's pouring rain. And we drove up here in the rain to the Dewdrop Inn. We found another good place. We're finding all the good places. We have assortment of food. Let's see. What do you have there, Jeffrey? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Fish.
Fish.
Onion rings. Mushrooms.
So we have 2 orders chicken, 2 orders fish,
Beer.
and beer. A good place. We've driven 103 miles today in the rain, across the mountains, freezing cold, and we were going Highway 2 across Montana, but now we've changed and we're taking 15 expressway to 90 to 94 and going across through Teddy Roosevelt Park. And the rain has stopped right now, but it's still cold. Well, this was a surprise to me. I didn't even realize I was going to go through Wyoming. I'm going east on 90. I camped last night in Billings, the same place we camped on the way coming out. And so I'm just heading home. Went through Montana, now into Wyoming, and then into South Dakota. Well, I thought I'd give you a little view of what I'm seeing here as I enter this part of Wyoming. It's hilly. Most of the other parts are flat. Still in Wyoming. This is about 200 miles from where I took the other picture. The landscape has changed. I went through a long area of sagebrush and saw a lot of antelope. We come 817 miles from Glacier Park, and I'm still not up to Rapid City yet, where we started off. I think we bit off more than we could chew. Too many miles. Well, I'm finally back to South Dakota, 876 miles from Glacier Park. It's too bad me and Jeffrey couldn't travel together. We could took our time. We just had too many miles and too short a vacation. Next time we'll plan it better. But I'm enjoying the ride. Well, I'm back here by Deadwood. By Sturgis. So I'll take a ride through town and see what it looks like without the motorcycles. I'm curious. Well, this is Main Street where all the motorcycles were, and this is the way it looks Wednesday after the rally. And they said there was 170,000 motorcycles here, and 1 person was killed. Here's the campground where we camped, and it's just closed. They're only open during the week of the rally. I stopped in Sturgis. I talked to this man. His name is Bob Seedschlaw, 605-347-5507, and he has a camper for rent for $30 a day. So that's what I might do. Well, I'm in Chamberlain now. This is where we stayed the last stop on the way to the rally. I booked a motel over here. 2 beds, 2 rooms for $50 for 2 people. $54 for 3 people. And now I'm in this campsite. It's only cost me $7 for the night here. It's right on the lake. It's pretty nice. Well, I left Chamberlain this morning at 6:30 and I've been on the road till now it's 7:54. About 1,300 miles to go. And look at this here storm that's up ahead. I got my rain gear on. I'm going to try to shoot I'm going to shoot right through that clear area, I hope. It's raining right over there. Hoping to show you, yeah, you can see some lightning. This is what motorcycling is all about. Why am I not in a car? Well, I'm now entering Iowa. I think I'm running out of the rain. Can't see that sign too good because I'm looking into the sun. But anyhow, I'm glad to be out of the rain. Well, I just come through from Sioux City, Iowa, coming up to Council Bluffs. I got pouring rain for the last hour, 2 hours. Right after I showed you when I said I wasn't going to get any more rain, well, I was wrong. So, it's been rough riding. I'm going to take my rain gear off now because it looks sunny over there. And I was going to say that I got 35 miles to the gallon on the last tank coming through South Dakota, and this tank looks like I'm getting over 50 miles to the gallon. That's the difference in the wind. The wind was knocking me all over there, and here I think I'm going with the wind. So I'm going to just keep on. I've done 300 miles so far. Well, I'm entering Missouri now, and I sure picked a lousy route coming back. Ever since I left Sturgis, coming this way, it's just been lousy scenery, except for when I went through Wyoming. I should have went through south through Colorado, and then cut across the United States from Denver. It would have been prettier, at least going south. You see the flood here. I'm coming near St. Louis, Missouri. 2,057 miles from Glacier Park. I'm entering Kentucky. Just passed through Illinois, which I entered just as I come out of St. Louis. And Illinois was very pleasant, hardly any traffic. Missouri had too much traffic. It's nice to be coming back to the hill country again. Finally back to Tennessee. I'm anxious to hear a southern accent.
deal.